Recently, I have been thinking a lot about something that feels both personal and also collective. What if aging is not something to fight, but something to enter fully? We live in a world that worships youth, beauty, freshness. If you scroll for 5 minutes and you see smooth skin, sculptured faces, bodies preserved as if time never touched them, filters soften everything, lines disappear, faces blur into a kind of sameness, I must say. Most of that pressure mainly lands on women. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that our value peaks early, that beauty has an expiration date, and aging is a quiet decline. But when I step outside in this morning, none of that feel even true. The olive trees, they are here so ancient. Their trunks are curved and cracked. Their bark carries decades of wind and sun. And I must say, they are breathtaking, mesmerizing. So the soil deepens through seasons. And like my chickens, they mold and grow new feathers. Marilyn, my dog, she greets me with the same joy, whether my hair is brushed or wild, whether I am in boots or in pajamas. I think nature honors time. Nothing in the garden is trying to look younger than what they are. I often wonder what would shift inside us if we allow ourselves the same dignity. What if age is not a flaw to correct, but a story written on our body? Every line carries laughter. Every mark carries survival. Every change in the body holds experience. They are our experience in birth, in grief, in our work, our devotion. What about sleepless night? All these healings that took years. There is so much beauty in that. A real beauty. The kind that cannot be manufactured. The beauty industry has built an empire on our fear of time. It whispers that we are running out of something. So we must preserve, inject, lift, and conceal. I can understand the pull about that. We all want to feel vibrant, alive, attractive. But there is a difference between caring for ourselves or erasing ourselves. So there comes a moment, I think many of you may feel it, when you begin to ask, who am I trying to satisfy? Who decides actually what beauty looks like? And who would benefit from our insecurity? And so another question begins to emerge underneath. What if I simply allow myself to be my age? Not as resignation, not as giving up, but out my own declaration. I am here. I have lived. I carry depths. There is a confidence that grows when we stop negotiating with time. When we stop comparing ourselves to our 20 years old selves. At 20, we had freshness. At 40, we have perspectives. At 50, like where I am now, we have discernment. And 60 and beyond, there is a steadiness that cannot be rushed into existence. Because each season gives something different. Nothing is lost. It is purely transformation. I notice this in myself. So now there is less urgency. I have less need to prove. There is more clarity about what really matters to me. And more softness in some places. More strength in others. Maturity, if we think about it, it has its own magnetism. It draws from presence, from knowing who you are, from standing in your life without apology. That kind of beauty cannot be filtered. So if you are in a season where your body is changing, where your hair is turning gray, where you catch yourself in the mirror and see someone different, maybe that is an invitation. An invitation to step out of the constant comparison. An invitation to question what you were taught to believe about worth. An invitation to claim your age with dignity. My animals, they do not measure my value because of my youth. They respond to care, to energy, to consistency, and of course, to love. There is something very grounding in that simplicity. So when the land accepts time, so does the body carry time. The soul deepens through time. Aging with grace is not about perfection. It is about alignment, about allowing the outer form to reflect the years of who we are becoming. When we stand in that fully, proudly, we become examples. Examples of women who are not shrinking with time, instead expanding. So I want to leave you with something gentle to sit with. If you stopped trying to look younger, who would you be? If you trust that your current face, your body, your age hold its own beauty, how would you move through the world? If that is a threshold you are standing at, where identity is shifting, where you are shedding old expectations, know that this is a sacred ground. There is so much power in embracing who you are now. Time has shaped you, and there is grace in that shaping. From my heart to yours, Genevieve.